All right. Phenomenal morning, guys. You are now tuned into the Breakfast with the Brand. I am your host, Shaan Rais. Listen, we are going to have a phenomenal time today. I'm going to speak to you about what you need to do in your business. Exactly what you need to do in your business, exactly what you need to do in your brand to add a zero to you, right? To add a zero to you, to add a zero to your revenue, and to add a zero to your community. Not enough clients, not enough impact, not enough people, not enough attention. Don't really know what that looks like. Listen, I'm going to show and share with you today the absolute key to start your engine, start your cars. A lot of you are in business, but you're not really in business. So we're going to talk about that today. I have a phenomenal guest with me today. I think you might know him. So let me see. Bobby Jackson, how you doing this morning, sir?
Absolutely phenomenal. It's an extraordinary morning, and I'm happy to be here. How you doing?
Very good. No complaints whatsoever. We got IG, LinkedIn, Voice, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, multiple places across. They call this omni-channel, right? They call this omni-channel and omnipresent. So we are absolutely everywhere that you can be. Right now, phenomenal, 7 o'clock in the morning. I know a lot of you guys, you haven't even woke up yet. You're going to catch this on the listen, if you catch this later, hashtag replay, hashtag shame. Hashtag replay, hashtag for the shame. For the shame. Bobby, let me ask you a question. You just got done coaching, didn't you?
I did.
Okay. So watch this. Guys, we've been at it. So phenomenal morning, Taisha, Portia. I see. Okay, my Prosper Street. That's Travis, right? Taisha. We got Shade. We got Kimberly Fallis, Kevin White. We got LinkedIn Boys, guys. We are absolutely everywhere. I hope you got some creamer for your coffee. And if you didn't get any creamer for your coffee, that's good because this is going to be straight. This is going to be straight with no chaser. So I take my coffee black. And this is going to be a rough one. We're going to talk about one of the things that I love the most. And I'm one of those funny people that love the most what people hate the most. That's just my disposition, right? I love what people hate. When people hate it, I love it. And we're going to talk about none other than marketing. What you need to do the most, hate to do the most, and do the least. What you need to do the most, hate to do the most, and do the least. Which is why you get the least results, guys. You absolutely must market your business. This is why you're the best kept secret and not the only viable option. You can literally go from the best kept secret to the only viable option in the matter of minutes, in the matter of moments. In a matter of strategic moves that you make in business. And if you don't make those moves, then you're obscure. And no one knows that you exist, no matter how good you are. No matter how much, it doesn't make a difference what your education is. Endurance, phenomenal morning, LinkedIn Voice. It makes no difference. Listen, people always say, Shaan, how did you do X? How did you do Y? And I say, just watch me. Just watch what I do. So here we are, 7 o'clock in the morning, and people are just waking up like, oh my God, what are they doing? What are they doing live? Wasn't they just live yesterday? What are they doing live again? Marketing. This is called marketing. And this is how we got where we are, from being omnipresent, from being, let me say this real quick before we go to the break, right? If you're not doing the most, then you're doing the least. If you're not doing the most, then you're doing the least. And if you're not everywhere, then you're nowhere. They don't know you exist. And that's the problem. Bobby Jackson, give a couple of words to marketing before we go to the break. What is your concept definition feeling for marketing. Endurance, we're going to bring you right up and we're going to be right back. When we come back, we're going to allow you to come up. No problem. We got endurance. Lee, you on LinkedIn Voice about to talk when we come back. Bobby Jackson, a couple of words on marketing.
Absolutely. I think of marketing as a emotional state. So when you market properly, in my experience, you are able to get your ideal client to go from confused, from frustrated, from tired, from angry to interested, approachable, or open. And then you get them from interested, approachable, open to invested, engaged, ready, let's go. And that is the process of marketing that I've seen. So I know that being in this organization has helped me see marketing this way, and branding myself has allowed me to be there at every stage in my customer's journey so that I can help them win. So marketing is very, very near and dear to my heart, but I see it as a transition of emotional state because
Good transition of emotional state. We'll be right back with more on marketing. It's very important that you know yourself to the highest degree possible, because it's through knowing ourselves that we're able to know other people. You are the most important person in the room, and the better that you know yourself, the better that you're able to communicate to others. So you're not only playing the game knowing who you are, but you're also playing the game knowing who everyone else is, so that you're not playing blind.
He's extremely engaging with people. He has a fantastic smile, and he's just very high energy person.
This is called leadership development. So we have to be independently knowledgeable and considerate to know who we are, so we can more effectively know who other people are. As the leader, it's your responsibility to allocate resources in the right places. If you don't know how to communicate effectively, you're losing the battle. I said Shaan Rais. I'm proud. I said Shaan Rais. Leadership is not the brand they made for us.
Listen, he brought fire, heat. He didn't hold back.
20 years down the line, what I could sell, why not serve first? Service over salary. Branding like a leader closes the gap for people who want branding. Speaking like a leader closes the gap for people who are nervous about speaking. If Steve Jobs would have speculated, we wouldn't have Apple.
He changed lives. He helped people open up their business and start their business.
We are the brand. Some people say, Shaan, should I quit my job? Mentally, yes.
As a speaker too, to be able to learn from him and watch him and you know, game respects game. And I want to have that much game someday.
The right client, pay $500,000 for what you do. You have to be bold in your beliefs.
He has been an amazing asset to this event and a pleasure to work with. Very captivating, collaborative, worked very well with the audience.
I want to help you. Put a 0 behind your number, right?
The session was great. How he is online, virtually, he is even more phenomenal in person.
Be the face of change that you want to see. Stop asking questions and start giving demands.
The entire team has just been absolutely incredible. They are a joy to work with. They go above and beyond.
Give yourself a round of applause. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, phenomenal, right? So watch this. Guy hit me up yesterday and said, Shaan, I'm watching you so much and I'm listening to all of your commercials. He said, I could basically tell your commercials. Like I could speak your commercials in memory. Like I know the commercials. He has a fantastic smile and he's just really high energy person. You know, the testimonials and everything, Bobby. They're like, yeah, I know it like the back of my hand. I said, that's the point. That's the reason. Guys, if it's familiar to you, there's a reason. I want to say this the right way. My background is industrial and organizational psychology. So I want you to understand there is a psychology to marketing. There is a psychology to media. There is a psychological component to branding. It's a warmth. It's a feeling of safety and protection and comfort and faith. You got to have faith in the people that you do business with. Let me explain something to you. I recently booked a flight, right? So when I book a flight, I book a flight with a specific airline. And the reason why I do that is because of the brand. The reason I do that is because of the brand. But watch this, not just the brand, because the brand will get you to the door. But when I got to the door and I flew this particular airline the first time, I was met with such hospitality. I was met with such a smile, such a warm smile. That, can we take your suit jacket, sir? Can we hang up would you like something to drink before the plane? Just so everybody's clear, I drink water. I don't drink alcohol, right? We just have to state the principles, right? So anyway, woman says, would you like something to drink? Would you like a bottle of water? This before we even start taxiing, before the plane even starts moving. Smiles, high energy. That's marketing. Now the brand is the brand, right? The brand is the brand. So I could have said, okay, I'm gonna book this flight with this particular airline because of the brand, and then got there. And when I got there, the marketing could have been off. And I've been on some other airlines where the marketing is off. You walk on, they're on the phone, and you're like, okay, I guess I'll just keep my jacket. I don't want to put my jacket in your hands. You know, I don't know. It might end up with whatever you drink later on it, right? So I'm going to keep my stuff on. I want you to think about the marketing piece. How are you catering to people? Johnny, phenomenal morning. LinkedIn voice, Happy Mev on IG. Listen, okay, let me give you an example, Bobby. And let me give everybody else an example. How did you like the 6 o'clock sales system last night?
Oh, man, that was incredible. Enjoyed it thoroughly, and that was very insightful.
Very good. So we were talking about sales last night inside of the Leadership Leverage Executive Coaching Community, which Bobby is an integral member of, right? So I was teaching something called the 6 o'clock sales system. And I was saying that the entire framework is marketing. From the very beginning, to get from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, they got to know who you are. The only way they find out who you are is by marketing. People say, I'm the brand, but nobody knows you exist. So conceptually, this is true. You are the brand. But if nobody knows you, then you're not ING. You're not branding. You're not marketing. You're not active. And it's the same thing in the organization. I've seen so many people go into listen, Bobby, I've been in so many situations, brother, where I'll get on the job and surpass people who were there for 10 years. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Listen, the funny thing is this. Let me show you. Let me help you guys understand this, guys. For my people on LinkedIn, my people on IG, my people on Twitter, my people on Facebook, my people on YouTube. If you're trying to promote yourself and build yourself and you don't want to stay in the same situation, whether it's 5 figures, 6 figures, multiple 6, if you want to go to 7, you can't sit still and you can't show up late. I'm always the first one to the spot, no matter what the spot is. I'm always the first one to the spot, no matter what the spot is. I show up early and case the joint. I want to know what's going on. And let me explain very, very succinctly, hopefully. Bobby, I used to get to the jobs early. Even before I was building my business on YouTube, I would get there early to record the videos. I would just show up early just because I want to keep a cup of coffee or walk around the perimeter. I don't know. Call it a mentality, a military mentality, right? I case the perimeter, do a perimeter walk, and I want to see people while they come in, and I want to get the ethos and the energy of the community. I walk into the spot, I sit down 7 o'clock, maybe if business starts at 8, I sit down at 7, get all the work that could possibly come out of the way so that when 8 o'clock comes in, I can be aware of my surroundings. So you know how people show up. They take advantage of that 10-minute window or that 15-minute window.
Right.
You see them sliding in at the last moment as fast as they can and sitting down. And they can't wait to sit down. It's almost like they fall down into the chair. This is all marketing now. This is all marketing because there's cameras everywhere. So people are watching. Guys, you need to write this down. The eyes of the world are always upon you. The eyes of the world are always upon you. The moment you think nobody's looking, they are. The moment you think nobody's looking, that's when they're all looking. So 15 minutes into the situation, all my work is completed for the morning. I would get up and walk around and begin to shake hands. The same way I do in speaking. We call it shaking hands and kissing babies. I would get up and walk around, walk up and down, get on the elevator, go shake hands, welcome people in, say it's a phenomenal morning. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Big smile like the woman said. Remember the woman said that on the commercial? She said, he's got a really big smile. She said, he's got a really great smile and just a high energy person. That never changed. I was that way at 14. I was walking around shaking hands and kissing babies. I was almost like a politician then, pushing my agenda, letting people know I exist, letting them know I want to help. This is marketing. So when the supervisor has a problem, who do you think they're going to come and find? The person who they don't notice? The person who they never see move? The person who shows up at the very last moment? Now watch this, the same person that comes in at the very last moment, by 3:45, they ready to go suited and booted. You don't leave at 5 o'clock, but 3:45, they already shutting down the computer, shutting everything down. They're ready to go. And it just amazed me how people thought their brand or their bank account was going to shift, but their marketing was broken. Their marketing model was backwards. So I want you to think about the energy that you bring to your situation, the energy that you bring to your environment. That's your marketing. And that's the reason why you are where you are. Bobby Jackson, what say ye?
Wow. I remember being an accountant, and one of the things that baffled me, because I came from the Marine Corps, and in the Marine Corps, they say you're a Marine 24/7. So because of this mentality, we literally have no days off, ingrained, right? So I remember this thing called musical doors, and at 5:30 on the dot.
Hold on, Bobby. I'm sorry. This is one of those moments. Guys, you're going to probably want to grab your pens for this. Mm-hmm. You're probably going to want to grab your pens for this because I don't know what he's about to say. I'm nervous. I don't know what musical doors means. I know his brand. He's clean. So he clean and we safe, but grab your pens. You're probably going to want to get a little bit of this. Go ahead. Tell us about the musical doors, Bobby.
So musical doors is pretty much like musical chairs. If you are the last person to sit down, you're kind of out, like you're not in anymore. Musical doors is if your door is the last door to close, then you hit, like, why are you leaving after everybody else? Like, why did you not get out of your office at 5:30 on the dot because you're holding everybody else up? So musical doors was like 5:30 hit and everybody's out on, like, I cannot make this up. It's like 5:30, bing, clack, all at one time. Bing, clack, the jakes is closed. And I would be in the Marine and me, I'm looking, I'm working, I'm trying to figure out things. Then I started getting the side eye. And I'm like, oh, okay. This not that type of environment. I cannot work until the work is done. I have to work until the clock is done. And when the clock is done, I gotta leave. So what I would say to that is your brand, taking your brand everywhere you go. I was not a good fit. I wasn't a good fit. And I think that that's important to know. Sometimes you'll go into a place and your brand might not be a good fit for that place. And you want to know that. Like, you want to know that before you start investing there and finding that that's not what you wanted to do and not where you wanted to be. So that's what I would say to that.
Wow. Phenomenal input, guys. That's a fact. And I can understand that completely because there is such a thing as, and you guys know it probably, with what they call a dead end job. A dead end job or only lateral promotions. Only lateral promotion. So what this is, and I teach this as a strategy. I was speaking with somebody yesterday about a problem employee, and I said, well, just give them a lateral promotion. If you don't want to move them out because it'll shake up the organization, give them a lateral promotion, like promote them into the closet, like promote them into a place where they can't do any harm. And even add a couple dollars to it. Sometimes you got to pay people away. Yeah, sometimes you got to pay people away. Sometimes you got to pay to remove someone and promote them and upgrade them to outgrade them, outsource them. I mean, if you had a problem employee and you got work all over the world, if you're a global company and you got a problem with an employee in North America, send them to Singapore. You have to remove them. The company might shake. The people might follow them, right? Because they might market that way. They might market downward to the people under them, but their marketing up, for the lack of a better term, sucks, right? So, but they market down. So the people on the ground are like, no, yeah, we love so-and-so. We love so-and-so. Don't get rid of so-and-so. They champion his cause. So you say, okay, no problem. This is strategy, guys. This is chess. You don't get emotional. Like, okay, no problem. We'd be like, hey, we got a new situation taking place in Singapore. And we're going to send Bobby Jackson. He's the top candidate for the job. You're like, hold on, my whole family here. Don't worry, we're going to move the whole family. You good. Don't worry, we're going to remove you from the geographic footprint. And ye shall do no harm here because we have a brand. And you will not be negligently marketing our brand on this continent. Go over there and see what kind of stuff you can get into. You understand? It's strategy. It's really funny. I promise you, I love business. When you know strategies, you got more strategies than people have plans. You might want to write that down. You want to have more strategies than people have plans. People got a million plans. That's called tactical, though. I want you to understand the difference in marketing. Tactics, strategy. So this is called the $1 billion breakfast with the brand for a reason. That's a strategy. I want you to wake up and feel something. I want you to wake up and think something. I want to put you in a frame of mind of turning that M to the side and putting a line on the back of it. Because I guarantee you that $1 million is not enough. People are going to lie to you. They're going to lie to you all day. They're going to get you all hot in the bottoms and say, oh, your first six figures, your first 7 figures. I'm going to let you know, your first 7 figures, if you don't think right, will be your last 7 figures because it's not enough. You spend $1 in your first 7 figures and you're back at 6 figures and in a whole nother tax bracket. And based on the quality of life that you live, you'll be a millionaire. You'll have money for 3 years and then be broke. Think about it, $300,000. What kind of quality of life is it? Is it a phenomenal quality of life stratosphere? If you try to live like a millionaire on $1 million, you're broke in 3. It's just not enough. So what do you have to do? Keep marketing. How do you get to $1 million? Marketing. How do you get the promotion? Marketing. How does the boss know your name? Marketing. How do you get the right job? Marketing. How do you move up in the right job? Marketing. How did you end up with the spouse you have? Marketing. Marketing. So I told Bobby Jackson, I said, Bobby, I'm gonna make him feel some kind of way this morning. I'm gonna make him feel some kind of way this morning. And I guarantee you that you're gonna feel some kind of way when I come back, because I'm gonna expose you. If you're not doing your job, I'm going to expose you to yourself. You're not going to be exposed to the world, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to reveal you to you, and then you get to make a phenomenal decision. See, that's the kind of coach I am. I don't want you to like me and suffer in your business. I would rather you hate me and be phenomenal in your business. So I'm going to help you be phenomenal in your business, and hopefully, we can still be friends when we come back. Let's grow. I said Shaan Rais. I'm proud. I said Shaan Rais. Leadership is not the brand they made for us.
Listen, he brought fire, heat. He didn't hold back.
20 years down the line, what I could sell, why not serve first? Service over salary. Branding like a leader closes the gap for people who want branding. Speaking like a leader closes the gap for people who are nervous about speaking. If Steve Jobs would have speculated, we wouldn't have Apple.
He changed lives. He helped people open up their business and start their business.
We are the brand. Some people say, Shaan, should I quit my job? Mentally, yes.
As a speaker too, to be able to learn from him and watch him and you know, game respects game. And I want to have that much game someday.
The right client, pay $500,000 for what you do. You have to be bold in your beliefs.
He has been an amazing asset to this event and a pleasure to work with. Very captivating, collaborative, worked very well with the audience.
I want to help you. Put a 0 behind your number, right?
The session was great. How he is online, virtually, he is even more phenomenal in person.
Be the face of change that you want to see. Stop asking questions and start giving demands.
The entire team has just been absolutely incredible. They are a joy to work with. They go above and beyond.
Give yourself a round of applause. Yes, yes, yes. What was that? What do you think that is when I go speak? What do you think speaking is? Speaking is marketing. Summer, welcome. Sorry No Love, welcome. So Sorry No Love as so you're an author? Yes, I think very deeply. Yes. Remember that? So you're a philosopher? Yes. Yes, I think very deeply. Yes, I'm an author. So we published 2 books and we have 3 more being published this year. That's right. 3. We did 2. We did 2 in different years, and we're publishing 3 this year. They're already done. One is the anthology, including Mr. Bobby Jackson and a lot of different people on the within side of the leadership leverage. So Mr. Bobby Jackson is an author as well, right? And that book is coming out later. This is marketing. This is marketing. This is the thing. And I said everybody was going to be mad when I came back, right? Sorry No Love is asking for the titles. So the first one is the 7 prerequisites to success, pathways to paramount performance. And the second one is the phenomenal leader. Learn 31 styles of leadership in 31 days. And that's actually a 2-for-1. The second book inside of that one book is called Executive Coaching for Leadership Development. Okay. You're very welcome. Marketing is to the business as abs are to the body. That's a quotable. Marketing is to the business as abs are to the body. Now, let's just take a self-assessment. When was the last time you did ab work? Core. The most hated. Everybody loves to do pull-up. Curls. Everybody, you know what they do about me? I used to say this all the time, especially in Branded Like a Leader. I said they riding the chicken. They riding the chicken. So your bench press game is good. Your curl game is good. You all top. You all top. But when the sun come out and you go to the beach, it looks like you riding an ostrich. It looks like you riding on the top of a chicken. Your legs are shot. You don't do legs. You don't do abs. And listen, if you don't do legs, you definitely don't do abs. If you don't do legs, you definitely don't do abs. And you don't have any core strength, which means you don't really have endurance. You look good in pants. So your business looks good when somebody investigates it. But your business looks good from the outside. So when somebody says that, how are you doing? You say, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. But I was speaking to the community last night and I said, fine only means frantic, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. So I say, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. The business is not fine. The business is not fine. And you know it's not. But that's the same thing as a person walking around looking good on top, but don't want to, jump in the pool because they'll be exposed for walking on toothpicks because they're not doing the most important part, guys. Ab work holds your body together. It connects the lower body to the top. Marketing holds your business together. It connects the client to the offer. Yes, it connects the client to the offer. So Kimberly says this. Kimberly says, I'm a co-author. Now put some comments in the chat everywhere. Like blow it up. Put some comments in the chat everywhere if you understand. Oh, let me just say this real quick too for my people on LinkedIn Voice and everywhere else as a professional. This is why people don't move up in their job. This is why, Bobby, I would get on the job and I would go up on an escalator and people would take the long route and they wouldn't go anywhere. And in 10 years or in 2 years or 3 years, I'd get 2 promotions and the person who'd been there for 10 years would be in the same situation. It's because they don't market. They don't do abs. They don't do abs. They get a position and they sit down and they stay in the chair and nobody knows them and they don't go around. They don't shake hands. They don't kiss babies. They don't go to, I don't go to the, watch this. I moved up and did all of the stuff, but I don't go to the parties myself. I don't go to the parties. That's marketing too. How do you, what you do, who you know, and where you go is all marketing. So the how would you say, the spoiler crew, the peanut gallery. So there's always a peanut gallery. If you watch the Muppets, you know the 2 guys in the, the 2 grouchy Muppets on the top. It look like they top of the Apollo, they'd be laughing and throwing peanuts down on everybody. There's always that crowd in business. There's always that crowd on the job. The people who sit by the water cooler and talk about people. I was never a part of that crowd. Now, on the floor, that was the in crowd. On the floor, that was the popular place to be. And I was never there. I was never there. Because that's just not my morals, values, and principles. So watch this. In marketing, you want to make a huge differentiation between yourself and others. It's not going along to get along. Because a lot of times when you go along to get along, you're going it wrong. You're doing it wrong. So a lot of marketing is not what you do, it's what you don't do. As CEOs and as business owners, you need to do more of the right things and less of the wrong things. On your job, you may be promoting and marketing, but you may be promoting and marketing the wrong material. You got to think about market fit. It's all marketing. You got to think about market fit. Is this the brand for this opportunity? Is this the brand to bring to this situation? Is this the branding? Is this the marketing that's going to get me the promotion? Or is this the marketing that's going to make me intolerable, unsavory, and threaten my stability within the organization and undermine or thwart all attempts to move ahead or move up? It's almost anti-marketing. Okay, so Kimberly has a comment. She says, I'm a co-author in 2 anthologies, but I really haven't been promoting my books. There you go. She says, marketing has been a major issue for me. It has kept me stuck and not really in business, meaning making no money. So here we go. Now this is confirmation. Boom, USDA stamp of approval on everything I've been saying for the first 40 minutes of this call. Kimberly Fallis on IG says, I'm a co-author in 2 anthologies, but I really haven't been promoting my books. Marketing has been a major issue for me. It has kept me stuck and not really in business, meaning making no money. That's it. That's it. I always say that money follows movement, but movement in business is marketing. It's a sign that you're alive. So money follows marketing. Marketing is senior to the sale. I say it all the time. If you're not marketing, nobody knows who you are. They can't buy what you sell. They can't buy what you sell. Okay, watch this. Yvette says, some of the time you have to not follow the crowd. Definitely. Definitely, you have to not follow the crowd. Very important, guys. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. If you're not marketing, you're not in business. You are actively, every day, every moment of every day, you're actively making a decision not to succeed in business.
Ooh.
Did that sting? Talk about how that felt right quick, real Bobby. Bobby, talk about how that felt.
That's rough, because if I say I'm a business owner, I remember a course we were doing, and you were talking to us, and you told us to write a word down or a phrase, and the phrase was playing entrepreneur. He said, "How many of us are out here playing entrepreneur?" And that stuck with me. And what you just said there is, you make a conscious decision not to succeed in business every day you neglect your marketing strategy and activity. That alone was like, am I playing the game? Am I only here for the show? Like that's back to, like, if you're a husband, you looking at this wonderful person that you think you want to spend the rest of your life with, and you're like, do I want to marry her, or am I just trying to hang around and make sure nobody else is hanging around? You know, so I thought that when you said that, that was a reality check for anybody, no matter what scale or stage of business you're in. Are you here to dominate or participate? Like, people getting participation trophies, participation ribbons.
Come on.
When could we get into the bag? When we could be not even getting to the bag, because here you'll learn profit, you'll learn people over profit, you'll learn the value over the valuation. So another piece of this is, if you're not marketing, how are you ensuring that the impact that you have inside of you is getting inside of the world? And I think that's deep too, because of the selfishness piece of selfless leadership and selfless. I mean, there's so much to that one, Coach. I actually like to defer that back to you, because I think you'll do a better breakdown of, like, getting marketing, I think, can also be selfless. And I think you do a great breakdown of how sometimes our selfishness is a part of our marketing deficiencies. And if we just become more open about things, we might market a little bit better.
I love it. I love it. Ajayi Blessing, I see you on the $1 Billion Breakfast on LinkedIn Voice. Kimberly says, should I just start giving value by starting a YouTube channel and posting videos on LinkedIn? Yes, 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 you should. Yes, unequivocally, yes. Please do. Stop waiting. I'm going to give everybody permission. Can I free everybody? Can I free everybody right now? I give ye permission. Look, this is the $2,500 pin. This is the Alfred Dunhill. Alfred Dunhill. Look, I'm going to do it right now, live. Bing. That's the phone. That's everybody on Facebook, LinkedIn, Live, Twitter, YouTube. This is IG. Bing. And we have LinkedIn Voice. So this is for you too, guys. Look, everybody else is seeing it. Bing. You are all now free. You are all now free. I give you permission. I give you permission to be phenomenal. I give you permission to make mistakes and find success. I give you permission not to be perfect, but be profitable. You don't have to be perfect. As a matter of fact, the more perfect you are, the less profitable you'll be. This is where they get it twisted, Bobby. They say it ain't right yet. It's not perfect yet. It's not this yet. I'm not sure yet, because it's all not falling in to where it's supposed to be. There's no perfect timing. There's no perfect person on the planet. If man was perfect, he would have stopped at one. If we was meant to be perfect, there'd only be one perfect person on the planet. There wouldn't have to be two. Why would there be two? To make it imperfect? Ye are now free. I give you permission to be successful. Market your business. Market your business. You're not supposed to be perfect. You're supposed to be successful. You're supposed to be progressive. You're supposed to be active. You're supposed to be in business. Being in business means you're doing the business. You're in it. It's like being in the water. You have to swim. You have to swim or you're going to sink. If you don't swim, you're done for. That's just like business. If you don't market, you're done for. If you don't start giving value, you're not going to last. The market will remove you. 100%. 100%. So Yvette Bolden says, and you should be making decisions every day for your business. Marketing and sales is definitely the bloodline of your business. That's so true. Thank you. Thank you. She also says, I need that pen. Listen, it's the magic wand, guys. It's the magic wand. It's the magic wand. And I'm marketing. I'm branding and marketing with everything that I do. I put triggers around me to stay on top of my game and know what I have to do. Why does one pen cost $2,500? And let me see if I have any of those. One pen, you get 15 for $25. Why is one pen $2,500 and one pen $2.50? Marketing. Brand and marketing. Brand and marketing. That's it. Marketing, that's it. You have to market. Look, Shade says that's why those participation trophies are going to be unemployed participants. When we were kids, they gave everybody a trophy. I never appreciated that. I said, if I win, why does everybody get a trophy? If I work hard to be successful, why does everybody get a trophy? I don't understand that. I think that should be challenged. I think that should be challenged. Listen, marketing is oxygen. Marketing, okay, let me say it this way. Marketing is breathing. Marketing is breathing and oxygen is life. Marketing is breathing and oxygen is life. So breathing brings the air in. Marketing brings the cash in. Oxygen is the money. Oxygen is the blood to your business. If you don't have oxygen, you're going to cease to exist. If you don't breathe, then you're not partaking in the process to sustain life. It's super simple. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. If you don't breathe, you will die. If you don't market, this is why you're broke. It's super simple. This is why you're stuck. Now, at some point, watch this. Now, at the 10,000th breath, does anybody stop breathing? Bobby, after 100,000 breaths, do you just stop breathing and say, you know what, I've breathed enough, I'm good?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
The moment you stop breathing, you begin to decay. Your body will die. You will cease to exist. So let's say you make $100,000 and you hit six figures. A lot of people will say, I made it. I don't need to market anymore. I'm good. I promise you, you're not. Some people say, I got an MBA now. I'm good. I don't need to continue to upgrade my skill set. And you will be so wrong. This person says, I'm hired now, Bobby. I got the job. I got the six figures, $125,000 a year. I don't need to move up. I don't need to market myself, update my resume. I don't have to wear a suit anymore. I got the job. Listen, people come to jobs with suits and then wear a t-shirt to work. Come on, guys. I don't understand it. People get married and then stop exercising. And then wonder why in 12 years, somebody got eyes for somebody else.
Yeah.
It was the marketing that brought her or him. It's the marketing that's going to keep her or him. You still have to market.
Yeah.
I still got to take my wife out on a date. Why? Because I'm marketing. Don't think there's not sharks in the water. And huh?
Yeah.
If my wife is going to these events and going to these places and these high-end luxury hotels, and you think she doesn't see competitors? You think she doesn't see competitors? And this is why I'll send out a video at 3 o'clock in the morning in a different state in the gym. Because I got to compete on multiple levels. You have to market on multiple levels, guys. You can't just market in business and not market in your body. You can't just market. And that's why people become successful in their business and they lose their relationship, or be so successful in their relationship and can't put the business together because they're concentrated marketing. They're concentrated marketing. So pay attention to what we do in the brand and you'll see that. Let me just say it this way. I am three-fourths complete with an Ed.D. That's for marketing purposes, guys. I'm not trying to get a job. Why do you think I'm taking a doctorate? For a promotion? No, to promote my thought leadership and to market the fact that I am the only viable option. That's why I'm not getting 1 doctorate, but I'm getting 2. Why? I love school. If you only knew me, if you only knew me, you would know that's not the case. I'm not getting them up to hang on the wall. I don't use them to apply for a position. I have a business. Those are for promotion and marketing purposes only. Come on. Those are for promotion and marketing purposes only. Bobby brought up a training and said that I said, what did you say I said on a training? I said, write this down. Playing marketing. Yeah. What was it? Pretending marketing?
Playing entrepreneur.
Playing entrepreneur. So watch this. During one of my trainings, Bobby recalls something that I don't remember that. What course was it in? Do you remember?
No idea. But
no idea. Listen, you know what we're doing? We're stockpiling competency. Edward, phenomenal morning. We're stockpiling competency. Pierre, good morning. We're stockpiling competencies. We're consistently marketing so hard that we forget the phenomenal things that we do, but it's recorded in the minds of other people. And it adds credibility and validity, which turns into profitability for your business. Now, we just showed you that. And that was not planned. None of this is planned. And this is why I say don't script. Because the thought that I have at this point right now won't serve me a minute from now. Because time is changing so much that I got to speak to the moment by moment, moment by moment. Listen, it's really, really deep. It's really, really deep, but it's really simple too when you understand it for what it is. And Shay says, I got to stay the only viable option for my wife. Listen, I did abs this morning. That's what got me thinking about it. Trust me. Hey, listen, I'm going to say it again for everybody who just came in. Marketing is to your business as abs are to the body. It holds it together. It holds it together. If you don't do abs, your top will disconnect from your bottom. And if you don't do marketing, your customers will separate from your offer. They won't know that you exist. And they shouldn't. And they will be stolen, as they should, because you're not respectful. You have to be serious about your business, guys. And the only way that I know that you're serious because I see you marketing. I know who's serious and who's not. I know who's serious. I love people that are serious. They keep me on my A game. I'll be like, let's go. Let's go. It must be time. Let's get it. I see a new initiative. I'm like, phenomenal. Let's go. I don't hate on strong competition. I love it because it keeps me sharp. Yeah, I love it because I see somebody else's progress. I'm like, let's go. I see a person cross over into $100 million. I'm like, let's go. I see somebody cross over into $1 billion from where I come back, like my background, my demographic. I'm like, oh, wow, it's possible there too. Let's get it. I see somebody in stocks. I'm like, let's go. Real estate, let's go. Oh, wow. Okay, all of it. They're in this, and this. I say, I might need to learn what they doing. I might need to have a conversation. I might have to book a call. The call might be $250,000. The call might be worth $10 million. Let's go on the 250. Let's run that. How we going to do it? Set it up. How we going to fix it? I got to know. And I won't know they exist if they don't market. And no one will know you exist if you don't market. No one will know you exist if you don't market. Somebody might just like you.
Yeah.
You might just have that thing. You might just have that thing for somebody. As a matter of fact, I know you do, but you don't know you do, and that's the problem. Why do you think I'm doing this for free? Why do you think I'm doing this every day? Because I know you got something that you don't know you got. And I'm trying to give you permission to express it in the world. Whether you come back and pay me for it, that's on you. That's a moral decision. If you choose to, great. If you don't, that's phenomenal too. I just like to see us win. Be successful. Make something of yourself. Do something. There needs to be more millionaires. And there definitely needs to be more billionaires. That's why I said, you know what? There needs to be more breakfast with the brands. That's why I said it. Bobby, I said there needs to be more breakfast with the brands. You can't do this just on Saturday because the attention span, the distraction. You guys got so much negative marketing going on. I got to combat the negative marketing with positive marketing. You understand? Amen. There's so much negative marketing that I got to combat the negative with the positive. Because if not, if I'm only marketing to you one time positively on Saturday, and then you're getting inundated with negative marketing the whole time, being shown medication and making you feel sick when you don't feel sick, and being shown negative politics making you feel depressed when you don't feel depressed, and being shown fear campaigns. So now you're fearful when you shouldn't be fearful. An inferiority complex in the media making you feel like you're less and you're suffering and you're lacking. Leaders have to combat that. So you have to ask yourself, why am I marketing? Why am I in the market? What do I stand for? Why is my mouth shut? Why won't it open? I'm going to leave you with one question to answer that. One question. Who do you love and how much do you love it? Who do you love and how much do you love it? You say you do it for your daughter, but nobody knows you. You say you do it for your family, but nobody knows you exist. That's not love. That's called lack. You might have learned introversion somewhere. But you got to lose it today. I help introverts get extroverted success. I help introverts build extroverted brands and businesses so they can win. Bobby, talk to the people a little bit. What is your reflection on this morning's content, brother?
It's crazy because my reflection is a extrapolation, if you will. And I'll talk a little bit about that. In my reflection, I saw the future. I saw the future. And I was able to see the future because of my background in the economic space, in the finance space, the disruptive and innovation space. So in this world, I was thinking of you saying 600,000 is not enough. $1 million is not enough. Your first $1 million is not enough. And I was thinking literally, mathematically, he's right. If you made mathematically, guys, like my background is, I got a BS. I didn't do the BA. I took the Bachelor's of Science route. So it is very application based. And inflation tells us that right now, my dollar is losing value at a 2% rate year after year. But in this year alone, we're at 6% and climbing and climbing. if without going into the debt, I'm not going to go too deep, but if you look at our national debt as of right now and you compare that to the bonds and the things that were taken out, and I hope I'm not losing nobody, but quick preface, because I'm looking at the clock too, making sure we respect everybody's time. But check this out. In order to pay Social Securities and all of these other things that the government pays people out for working as long as they work, they need to create bonds. You've got treasury bonds, you've got treasury notes, you've got all of these different ways that the government borrows money. Now, as the government borrows money, it has to get a return on investment in order to keep the liquidity. And the liquidity is what's used to pay you out. And Social Security to pay you out, or your bonds to pay you out when things come due. Now, what happens if the government cannot pay what they owe when they owe? They print. Ooh. What happens when they print? They devalue what you've earned. So when we think about Social Security and we think about the bonds that they've taken out, and we think about COVID, and we think about the crisis that we were in and the stimulus checks, I'm telling you from an economic standpoint, my background is in economics. We are in a very testing situation as an economy, as a country, and marketing, ladies and gentlemen, is the saving grace. It is the only way, because when they say, sorry, we cannot deposit your blank dollars, and you're 68 something years old, or your mom is 68, or your cousin is XYZ, and you want to take care of your family, and they say the money you work for X amount of years is unavailable. Wait, we're going to print some more, and now the money that you had is devalued. Come on. You cannot stop. You must market, and you must be efficient and effective. So my reflection was an extrapolation.
Phenomenal, Bobby. So listen, guys, he just gave you the decimal points. He just gave you the decimal points, right? He just took you down and gave you the granular sense of what I'm giving you in a wide overview. But it's a massive call to action. It's a massive call to action. If you want to learn more on how to brand and how to brand your business, how to market your business successfully, and actually exist in a state of profit, whether you're inside of an organization, an entrepreneur, or an entrepreneur, livedeepdive.com, guys. I keep saying it, livedeepdive.com. You know, and people was telling me, Shaan, you're doing too much. You're giving too much for free. You're giving more for free than people getting for a fee. Like, you're giving too much value. You're giving too much stuff for free. Like, this, what you do, if you put that together, that's a $20,000 course, $30,000 course. And I said, no, actually, it's not. Because when I go deep into the courses, that's a whole different world. I promise you. That's a whole different rabbit hole. That's a whole different level of scholarship. But if you want to like be able to communicate and go back and forth with me, or tell me your exact situation so I can look at it a little bit, put the microscopic lens to it, and tell you what the gaps are and what you need to do in order to market yourself, market your brand, market your business, register for the call on the livedeepdive.com, guys. Listen, we can't care more about your business than you do. You're going to have to take some action. I appreciate your time, but this is free. And we give more for free than probably your last 5 fees. And you still stuck. And you still not growing, which means you got to do something different. So if you learn something here that can help you move forward, that's the point. Move forward. And if you want to accelerate your pace, Saturday evening, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, we will be live in a community setting on a Zoom call. So we can bring the people from IG into the Zoom, the people from LinkedIn Voice into the Zoom, the people from the LinkedIn Live, YouTube, Twitter into the room. And we can all have a meeting of the minds. Again, that's livedeepdive.com. I don't feel like I've said enough or spoken enough to this topic. And this is why we'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard, same brand time, same brand place. Thank you for your interest in yourself. Thank you for valuing yourself. And thank you for taking business seriously. Now let's see, I'm going to watch you in the marketplace. Let's see how serious you take it. See you tomorrow. Let's grow.